How is it going, everybody? Look, it's not raining. Well, it is drizzling. But regardless, with all that said right there, I'm still going to wash this car. This thing and that thing and my Tahoe have not been washed since before Thanksgiving. Oh, and it shows. I mean, look at this. And as you can see, it's drizzling, but I don't care. Do not, under any circumstances, do this to your car. But you can see how dirty it really is. The reason you don't want to do that is you got all this dirt, all this grime, crap out of the road, crap out of dirt, mud, salt from the crap they put on the roads for the rain. I mean, look at that. Nothing but rain we have had, guys. So I have not had a chance to wash it. But I'm going to wash it today, even though it's drizzling. And the reason I'm doing this, and I'm going to make a video out of it, you might be wondering. I'll get to that in just a second. So stay tuned. The reason I'm making this video today in the rain for you ladies and gentlemen is I always preach about how important it is to maintain a vehicle. Now, if you watched any of my videos in the past, you have seen where I waxed these cars and sealed them. Well, I waxed them really good and put a good wax. I polished them and waxed them and put good protectant on it before winter, because I knew it was going to be a rough winter compared to our normal standards, and it was. But I'm going to show you how fast and easy it is to actually clean a car. Not detail it. I'm going to clean it. And what I mean by that is I'm going to wash it. I'm going to clean the tires. I'm going to vacuum it out. Wipe everything down. And if it's not raining, put some tire dressing on the tires. And that is it. And it's going to look as good as a full detail. And the reason I say it's going to look as good is, well, number one, it's not a full detail. You know, I'm not sitting here with a toothbrush and all that, getting in each little nook and cranny. And all that stuff, but it will look good. It's not going to take any extra effort. It's not going to take anything special. As a matter of fact, let me show you what I'm going to use. And this is it. First up, vacuum cleaner, of course. If it's not raining, I'm going to vacuum it out, because like I said, it's been since Thanksgiving, and we're now in March the following year since I have washed or done anything to any of these cars outside of check the oil. Then of course I'm going to have a wash bucket and a mitt, right? I got 2 tires. This is, 2 brushes. This one is for the wheel well, because it's long, it gets in there, and my car is lowered, so I need something to reach in there. This is for the tires. And this is to get in between all the open areas on the wheels to get the rims, barrels. As far as wash, I'm going to be using my favorite as of right now. I've reached out to a company. I hope they respond. And if they do, I'll let you know. But regardless whether they do or don't, this right now is my favorite. It's Meguiar's Gold Class. I use Dyno Wax too, but there's just something about the Meguiar's Gold Class. It has a lot of lubricity, so that when you're using a wash mitt, rag, whatever you're using, it provides that extra little bit of lubrication to keep you from putting cobwebs or anything in your paint. It just makes it that much smoother, plus the lather's real good. And I know there's going to be a bunch of you that says lather means nothing. You're correct, except for the fact that it lubricates anything that you put on that car. Whether it be your hand, a rag, wash mitt, anything that goes in that wash bucket, it's going to lubricate it between that and your paint. Make sense? That's the wash part. As I dry it, to put a little bit of protection on it, because like I said, I haven't been maintaining it because of the weather. It's been a crazy year, as many of you already know. I'm going to be using Griot's Garage spray on wax. What I will do is I'll mist my drying towel and dry it down, and that will mix with the water and provide a good little layer of protection on the car. And I know I'm going fast. And then I will be using Dyno Wax's tire dressing with a sponge applicator. The reason I like this tire dressing, when you put it on with an applicator or a rag, whatever you want to use, it goes on dry. It does. As soon as you put it on, it's dry to the touch. But it has not a matte finish, but not a shiny finish either. It's just right. It's not that gleaming the sun back in your eyeball tire protection. You can tell it's there. It makes it a nice deep looking black. That's about it. And let's see, don't need the lug nut brush. And here's something I'm going to show you. It's a 2-in-1 drying towel. I bought these at Walmart, right? Over a year ago. I bought 2 of them. There's that one. And I wanted to show you that one first, because right now everybody is having such a craze over the drying towels are the latest things. Drying towels. This one towel is nowhere near as big as the Adams or Griot's Garage, right? You can see how long it is. It might be 2.5 feet to 30 inches long, and not quite that wide, probably 28 inches wide. I'm sure if I look, let me put my old man specs on, we'll see. It says, see if it measures, 4.5 square feet. That's how big this is. It's for exterior drying. Now I'm not going to read all the crap on here because half of it I don't believe. It says it's got charcoal side for super absorbency, platinum side for extra detail work. And it is 2-sided. It's a plush side on this side, which is the side I use most of the time anyway, and a fine nap side on this side for like getting in those nooks and crannies around the headlights and stuff. But this towel will dry my whole Tahoe, and I will not have to wring it out. You know, the latest craze is all these freaking towels. Oh, you know, they dry the whole car. You never had. Yeah, and they weigh 10 pounds when you get done, and they're huge. They're as big as a freaking 4x4 section of plywood, a half a sheet of plywood. They really are. They're huge, and it's not new. I've had this one for over a year, that one for over a year, and that's everything we're going to use. But I'm going to set you up on the tripod, and I'm going to wash the car real quick. I'm going to show you the time before I start. I'll speed up everything that I do. I won't leave anything out as far as what I do unless it starts raining, and I'll show you, it doesn't take that long because the car is maintained, and when I get done it'll look just like if I just waxed it. I promise you it'll look that way. Let me give you a quick overall before I do it. Oh, jet aeroplane. But as you can see this side, see the tires, see the wheels, the hood all nice and dark. If I have time, I'm going to show you something else about that. Don't worry about this. It started fading finally since 1993. It finally started fading a little bit. I'm going to sand that and repainting it, same as over here. But as you can see, the car is not washed. There's no trickery. There's no shenanigans. So let's get to it. That's all it takes, about 1 capful. Alright, you just saw me wash the whole car, and I really didn't rush. It might look like I did, but I really didn't. And as you can see now, it's already starting to look so much better. Let's say we started at 5, look at that, 5:13. So 13 minutes to do that. Now the one thing I did not do is the rocker panels up under the front fascia and the rear fascia. The reason I do that last is because I use the same rag and everything that I use on the tires. Because let's face it, all that dirt and crap gets thrown up underneath the car, so I don't want to use the same wash mitt on the good paint that I use on the bad paint, if that makes sense to you. Yes, that's still polished and waxed and everything under there, but anything that's on that bottom, I want it to stay on that bottom. That's why I started at the top and worked my way down, because if you noticed and was paying attention, I only used one bucket. I use a second bucket, which is right here. But that's for the tires, wheels, door jambs, and under the hood, okay? That's all that's for. So what I do is I start at the top, and any suds and water and anything I get on there comes down, makes sense? Just like a pressure washer would. It comes down and lubricates and loosens anything that's below it. So I come back, I rinse that off, I come back and I hit the next section down, which you saw me start at the top, the windows, the glasses. Then I did the top half of the car, and then I came back and I did the bottom half of the car, okay? That's how I do it. I've done it like that ever since I've been driving. I'm now 52, 53, something like that. I've been doing it ever since I was 13 years old. So, actually before that, because I was washing my parents' cars back then too. Wasn't doing a lot of stuff right, but I didn't mess anything up. But this is how I've been doing it. It's always worked for me, so why break it? I mean, why fix it if it ain't broke? I understand why everybody uses the 2 buckets. I understand why everybody uses foam guns. They all look pretty out there with all that foam on the car and everything. But I don't need it. I've never used it, never needed it. And I literally only wax my car one time a year. Well, I'll take that back. I waxed the car twice. I polished once to get any swirls or anything out. But that's it. I mean, I don't get any extraordinarily amount of halos, scratches, or anything in my car. I'm using 1 bucket. Go figure, right? So is that really all a scam, or is it really good? But anyhow, I'm not gonna make you sit here and watch me get the bottom of that, because number one, I don't want to kill my battery. I'll use just 1 battery for the whole video. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll be back when I get the tires. Now all I did was I took the first bucket, dumped it in the new bucket, and added new water. No suds, no nothing. So everything that was in the first bucket is in this one with the brushes. And my old 100% terry cloth wash rag. That's for the wheels and the rocker panels, like I was telling you, and the inside of the fender wells. Now what I didn't tell you when I was cleaning, mentioning everything I was using, and I was sorry, this is not spray on wax. All that is in this is simple green, diluted by 50%. In other words, I filled the bottle up halfway, filled the rest up with water. And the only reason I'm using that is on the tires, right? I just take it, hit everything. And the reason I do that is because it's a really good cleaner, it's a really good degreaser. So anything that's on my tires, it'll take it off. It's cheap, it doesn't have ammonia, so it doesn't leave a white residue. It doesn't damage my paint, it doesn't damage the finish on my wheels, it doesn't damage the oils and the stuff that are in the tires. So let me get to taking care of this, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, I'll show you what time it is real quick. It is 5:35. 35 minutes. And look, the whole car is all done. I'm ready to start drying, of course, but I wanted to show you something before I did that. Like I said, there's really no protection on here except for what I put on, you know, end of fall. But as you can see, there's no beading. And all I did was I polished the car and I put Best of Show wax by Griot's Garage. As you can see, it's doing okay. It's not sheening, it's not beading, but you can tell there's some protection there. It's not just a big puddle of water. Now this is one of the things that I hate hate about automotive detail channels. First, let me show you, okay? As you can see, it's not beating, it's not doing anything, right? You can see that it's still wet. Now what I hate is somebody will take a wax, put it on there, talk about, oh, look at that water beading, look at those tight beads, how good it's doing, and all that, and this and this and that. And then that's it. There's only one channel that I know of right now. Well, there's probably 3 channels outside of mine that will actually tell you this and show you this. Anything, does not matter what it is, will cause water to bead on your car. Does not matter what it is, and I'll prove it. And with that said is, I hate it because it's false advertising when people do that. They sit there and they spray their car down, wax it, and then look at all the water beads, look at how the water runs off. BS. The only time you should pay any attention to that and give it any credit whatsoever is whenever somebody's doing a longevity test. In other words, I'm going to wax the car today and I'm going to show you week by week by week how it's holding up, okay? Because watch this. Like I said, no trickery. Spray it. Nothing, right? There's no beading, there's no nothing. Well, watch this, my hand, okay? I'm gonna wipe it off. It's good and dry, right? Now I'm just gonna rub the side of my face ever so slightly, right? Straight down on the car. Give it a little twist just like I was waxing. Look at that. It's already beading water. You can even see the halo. Well, I guess you can see it in the video. But now watch. Look at that, beading. You can see the outprint of my hand, exactly where I touched it. Full pressure water. Still beading, look at that. Now the reason I wanted you to know that, like I said, is anything, it doesn't matter, will make water bead on your car. There's a few channels. I do it. Fab Automotive channel will do it. Scott Dallas Detailing, he'll do it. And I think Pan will also do it. They will show you a wax, they'll put it on the car, and they will show you a longevity test. In other words, here's month 2, here's month 3, here's month 4, and how it's holding up. But as you can see, outside of that, the beading test means absolutely nothing. But here I want to show you this too, while I got you out here. Spin you back around. Sorry, I know I'm making you dizzy. Remember, all I used was the simple green. Look at that. I just went over it with the brush real quick, 5-10 seconds, and that's how good it looks. Look at that. There's no dirt, there's no grease. Back to the factory look. $7.99 for a huge bottle. I mean huge. I forgot how many ounces is in it, but it's a huge bottle. It's about half the size of a Clorox bottle, and I can get, God, 8, 9 of those 20-ounce Griot's bottles full when I dilute it. 8 or 9 of those out of that one bottle, and people are charging you $15 and $20 and $25 for specialty wheel cleaner. Come on, guys. I see and know the enjoyment of buying new products and testing them, but what I'm trying to get across to you is you don't need all that stuff. You don't have to have all that stuff. It's up to you. If you want to buy it and try it, that's fine. But I'm trying to show you in my videos cheaper alternative ways that actually work. I do this each and every time that I do my tires, and they come out like this every time. Now I'm gonna hit this with the Griot spray and wax, get the car dried off, because it's getting dark and it's supposed to rain. All right, let me get the time for you. Now you gotta keep in mind, I'm stopping doing a video too. 5:52. As you just saw me, I literally dried this car at least 3 times, the whole thing, because it's raining. I'm doing this in between rain showers. But there you go, look at that. Griot's spray on wax is such a great product. When you put it on while you're drying it, it takes less because it spreads with the water. It mixes in with the water in your drying towel. It mixes in. What I do is I'll spray one area first while the car's wet, lay my dry towel on it and then wipe it. That puts the wax in the rag or in the drying towel, and then I just go along and spritz the towel every once in a while after that. But as you can see, still drizzling, but the car is dry. Look at that. Whopping $9 drying towel. And how much are the other ones online? And look at that shine. Now let me get the tires. Alright, now is not the best time to do this, but since this dries as quickly as it does, I'm going to. Always shake it up real good. Any product that you get, shake it. As you can see, my tire's still somewhat damp, but I got to do it for the purpose of the video. Applicator, put some on there, right? Has a really, really good smell too. I love the way it smells. And then your applicator pick, because this one's wore out. But there you go. Look at that. Already got it on. Great shine. Now here's a little tip for you. Now I'll show you. I'll show you me doing it. When you get your car like this, don't just stop at this. Do all 4 wheels. Crank the car up. Move it forward or backward, whichever way you want to do. And there's a spot right down there sitting on the ground that will not be treated. Roll your car forward or backwards and treat that area. But look, dry to the touch. Take care of here so you see. This'll look like crap, I know, but it'll come off in the morning when I drive it. But this is what I wanted you to see right here. Okay? Let's get the rag. It's still sitting on the soap bucket. Squeeze it out. Look at that nice clean water. Ugh. And all I'm going to do is wipe out a little bit of tread off right there and wipe where it was sitting on the ground where it didn't get washed. Okay? I'm just going to go ahead and do this whole area right here. Now, there's still, we get another dry rag. We got dry rag right here. And I'm not doing this properly, but I'm just trying to show you how easy it is. Just dry that off, right? Buff it off. There's still enough tire protectant in here to do this. And all this stuff's water soluble anyway, so it's just going to mix in with that wetness of me just wiping that rag off, I mean that tire off. I know, looks like crap, but hey, like I said, I'm doing this for the purpose of the video and because it hasn't been cleaned, so it'll just have to be what it is. First day I've had to where it's warm enough to wash it, and then it's going to rain on top of it. What can I do, right? Come over here, do the same thing. Boom. Wipe the excess water off, and boom. Going around to the other ones. But the main point of me showing you doing this is so that when you wash your cars yourself, you don't forget this spot, because you'll go down the road and it'll look like you got, for lack of better words, paint on your tire, because you literally have a spot that is completely different color than the rest of your tire, because the rest of your tire is clean, it's protected, and this spot ain't. Well, if you do what I'm showing you, it will be. That's all there is to it. Look at that. And as you can see, I wasn't lying. It's still drizzling, still raining. Okay? Look at that. But there's the car completely washed. I didn't rush. I took my time. And because I keep my car maintained, yes, it was filthy, but because I keep it maintained, look how easy and quickly I clean that car, and look how good it still looks. Now I'm still going to go ahead and use that bucket and cleaner over there to do the floor mats, because I have rubber floor mats in it right now because of the rain and winter season. I'll put my carpet ones back in when it dries out a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and wash them. I'm going to go ahead and wipe down the door jambs, the dash and all that stuff, and vacuum it out. That'll be about another 15-20 minutes. As you can see, me making a video, talking and everything else. Look at that, 6:04. Because I maintain my vehicles. That's the whole point of this video. Maintain makes it easier in the long run, right? So with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Cardinal up there singing, male cardinal. Beautiful. With all that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Get out there and enjoy your car too. That's what it's all about, having fun with them. You protect them, you maintain them, and that makes them last longer. In this day and time, money's down, prices are up, make them last longer. You know, this is one of the many ways to do it. So with all that said, you guys get out there and enjoy your car, take care, and we will see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Yeah, looking sexy, ain't she? Had to come in and finally started raining again. But I got everything put up and got everything taken care of. You see it's getting nice and cloudy back there. Now I just want to make this like a little PS section, because I know what's coming. I know people will sit there and make comments and stuff. Let me step out the back door real quick. Hold on. Whee! Come out here because it's better light. Wait on the wife to get home. I know it's coming. I know it. The hate mail. And that's fine. I understand. Because you guys are going to swear that I'm doing something wrong because I'm only using one bucket. I'm not using a spray foam cannon with a pressure washer. I'm not using the 2 bucket. I don't have grit guards in the bottom of my buckets and everything. You're right. I don't do it. The reason for it is, like I said earlier in the video, I see no need for it. And the reason I see no need for it, that car right there is a 1993, not a 2003, not a 2013, is a 1993 Z28 Camaro. That is the original paint on that car. The only paint that is not original on that car is the stripes. I had those added at a later date. I think I had them put on around 2000, 2001, something like that, if memory serves me correct. So I know you're going to say I'm doing it wrong. I know proof's in the pudding, right? If you want to use, I'm not knocking anybody. If you want to use 2 buckets with 4 grit guards and 6 pressure washers to do one wash job, fine. It's your money, it's your equipment, it's your car. Do what you want. I'm just saying that you don't have to. I try to put forth a cheaper, better alternative to all the modern hype out there. So if you use a pressure washer, you're using twice the freaking soap, because you gotta put it in your foam gun and you gotta put it in a bucket, and then you're going to have 2 buckets with twice the water, so you're wasting water too. In a lot of places water's tight. You know, there's a lot of water restrictions out there. I don't have scratches, I don't have spider webs, I don't have halos, I don't have none of that stuff. 1993 original paint. So before you come and say I'm doing it wrong and all that, it works for me. If it doesn't work for you, that's fine. Have fun, enjoy it. That's what it's about. But I just want to drop that in here because I'm not a professional. I do this. I like to be. I'd like to make money doing it because I really enjoy it. But I just really enjoy having my cars clean. I pay a lot of money for them and want them to last. That's another way of doing it, right? So until next time, get out and enjoy them cars, guys. Thank you so much.